YouTube, once again, it's Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and most importantly, go ahead and click the bell. That's subscribing to the channel. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. All right, so Auburn basketball is still pretty much in the mix for SEC tournament championship after surrendering the regular season championship to Kentucky a couple of days ago. One thing I liked about that particular game is the fact that Auburn remained competitive, but the usual shoot yourself in the foot type deal with missed free throws, just no intermediate shot game for the Tigers. Really struggled. But hey, I think they really showed a lot of poise and moxie. And the thing that I really liked about them is the fact that they're not intimidated by Kentucky at all anymore. And that's the posture that I like from the Auburn Tigers. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. So when we look at the 2020 football season, of course, Noah Igbenogany is no longer an Auburn Tiger. If we can track the story back, Noah Igbenogany was a wide receiver recruited out of Alabama, I think Hewitt-Trussville, Alabama. And he was a wide receiver, definitely a nice threat at kickoff returns. But there was no room for him at wide receiver, or maybe his skill set didn't necessarily transfer over to the wide receiver position. So the coaches saw, well, maybe we could utilize him as a cornerback. Auburn in a desperate need behind, seriously recruiting-wise at cornerback. Transferred Noah Igbenogany over to cornerback, arguably one of the best position changes in the Gus Malzahn era. Proved to be a high level of success. Teams didn't really target Noah Igbenogany too much. He was always in great coverage for the most part. Out of position every now and then, but that's to be expected of a football player who wasn't accustomed to playing that position, because in the SEC, with the wide receivers being tall for the most part a lot of times and being very fast, the field cornerback is a very hard position to play, and I think Noah Igbenogany played that position very admirably, especially being a position change type guy. So we look at the 2020 season and we think about, well, what's going to happen now with Auburn now that Noah Igbenogany has declared for the NFL draft? Well, number one, I don't think Devin Barrett overall is the answer. He may be able to help out a little bit in nickel packages, but he hasn't proven since his time at Auburn to be really a reliable source of any level of high-level production for the Tigers. So, you look at guys like Zion Puckett from the 2019 recruiting class, a very good athlete, and I think he will be very productive in this role as well. But I think the most important recruit as far as junior college transfers for the Tigers has got to be Marco Domio. Out of Blinn College, Auburn has had some success in the past with junior college transfers out of Blinn College. One to note is a Mr. Cameron Newton, who turned out to be a Heisman Trophy winner, led Auburn to their second national championship in 2010. Of course, we don't know how exactly Marco Domio's skill set will immediately transfer over to the Power 5 level of football, but at this point, I don't think Auburn is really putting their eggs in this basket. Marco Domio absolutely has to take that charge. Now, with looking at the losses, you talk about Javaris Davis, you talk about, Jeremiah Denson, Daniel Thomas, all of those guys are gone. I feel pretty comfortable with Jamie Sherwood and Smoke Monday back there at the safety positions. They held their own. They got caught up in some, mismatches. I think a lot of times the offensive coordinators, play callers did a great job of putting Jamie and Sherwood and Smoke Monday in one-on-one positions with their best receivers, and they usually succeeded. I think those guys will definitely learn from that. But Marco Domio has to come on strong. He definitely has to be the guy that helps to replace Noah Igbenogany. I do feel confident in Roger McCreary. As a matter of fact, there was a noticeable difference when he was switched or when the coaching staff saw that Javaris Davis kind of struggled at the boundary cornerback, and then putting Roger McCreary in to give that solidarity. I think Roger McCreary is solid on that boundary cornerback position. Might even make a push for the field cornerback, but I really feel that boundary cornerback is his most natural, very comfortable position. But Marco Domio is definitely going to have to come in with some ball skills to help supplement the fact that Auburn is losing Noah Igbenogany, a very productive force. He didn't have any interceptions, but at the same time, he was a very good tackler. He was always in good coverage. So Marco Domio translating over to the Power 5 level of football from junior college is going to be very important for Auburn. I think when you look at all of the junior college transfers that Auburn has, I think Marco Domio will turn out to be the most important, the most needed player to transfer over and to actually be a competitor in Power 5 football for the Auburn Tigers of any guy that they have. Marco Domio definitely is going to be a checkpoint for the Auburn Tigers secondary-wise as to whether they're going to at least have some level of sustainability in the secondary that they've had over the past few years. Of course, you got Eric Reed and some other guys who have been recruited as well. And then we can't take our eyes off of Zion Puckett, who could be productive as well. But the bullseye is definitely on Marco Domio. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. Talking Auburn football, go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.